Today we're going to be taking a look at my Veto Pro Pac build out. I'm going to let you guys see just what I have in my bag and also kind of let you guys take a look at this bag so you can see just how much you can actually fit in this little bag. I love this thing. I've had it for a while. It's actually one of Veto Pro Pac's original bags. It's one of their first bags and it's a great bag. Comment down below. Let me know what your favorite tool bag has been. And let me know if there's anything in here that you don't see that you have to carry, because I love to see what other people have in their loadouts. So let me know down in the comments what I'm missing or what bag you are using. So we'll go ahead and go through the outside first. You guys can see I've got this ToughBuilt tape measure here on the front. It's a 25-foot magnetic. It's got the double-sided writing, so that's pretty cool. And it's got a, I think it said 11-foot standout. But I did almost get to 12 the other day when I tested it out. Magnet's super strong on this. The hook is great. It's also got the button on the bottom, so you don't have to stop it with your finger, which is cool. But yeah, it's got a little clip on the back that is solid. I like this tape measure a lot. I just got it, so I'm really testing it out. Try to see just what it's like. That just sits on the outside. On this side, I've got some tape. It comes with this tape loop. These are some super solid D-rings on here. I love these things a lot. And then on this side, I keep a pencil, a marker. It's a pretty decent sized pocket. It's hard to get a ton in there, but I also always keep some spare ear protection because going in and out of factories, you never know if you're going to be able to grab some more or not. And then on this side here, I've got this Wiha bit bag. And I'll have to show you guys that at the end, tell you guys a little bit more about that because there's quite a bit in it. We'll have to look at that at the end. It's one of the ways that I save myself from having to keep 1,000 different tools, especially screwdrivers and impact bits. So check that out at the end. We'll go through it. And then one last thing I do have this magnetic strip up top. And so it's got tape on one side and then on the other side, it's a magnet. I really like that. So taking off panel covers, and that type of stuff, I can just put the screws here because you don't want to lose that stuff. It makes it so much easier to not lose those little screws that are just going to go right back in. It just sits up here and yeah, it's great. So let's go ahead. We'll hop into the main section of the bag. Now, some other qualities of this bag. It's got this hard bottom here. It's a hard plastic and I love it. You guys, it's fantastic. It's phenomenal. It never tips over. It's incredibly sturdy and it doesn't get dirty. Like you can wash this off. It's just plastic. That's fantastic. The zippers always last forever. It's got all these D-rings on the outside for you to hang stuff on if you need to or want to. This handle is incredibly sturdy, you guys. It is super great. And then it's got a double-sided compartment. So that's how you're able to keep such great storage, keep so many tools in such a little bag. So we'll go ahead and open it up. So as you guys can see, I've got quite a bit of tools in here and we'll run through this stuff in the front and I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. Starting off with my pliers over here, I've got this set from Wiha. And this actually, all three of these came together in a set. It's my linemen's, my diagonal cutters, and then these needle nose. They're all insulated. This has been a fantastic set. I really like this stuff from Wiha. The finish on these pliers is amazing. It looks great. And it's a New England style, lineman. It's what we're traditionally used to. Handles are so comfortable, you guys. They're ergonomic, okay? If that's ever been a thing, it's a thing right now. Same thing, the diagonal cutters, they cut super well. They are, they came loose and the handle is super comfortable. They're very soft. And this needle nose set right here is one of my favorites. It's a very long and thin head. The finish on all of these is phenomenal. There is so, just obviously super great. I've never seen anything bad from Wiha. That being said, this set is, you wouldn't expect anything less. They're 1,000 volt rated. These linemen's, I really like this style. It's a very large head. And there's just, the cutting on all of these is great. They cut super well. One of my favorite sets of pliers to use because they cut well. And the other reason is because of these handles. These handles are, I can't tell you enough how wonderful they are. We've also got a set of shears here from Wiha. And you guys, these shears cut so well. If you guys can see those grooves in the plier, I'm not kidding you guys. These are probably my favorite pair of shears. Now the handles are the same as the diagonal cutters, linemen's, and the needle nose. I'm telling you guys, these are one of my favorite favorite pairs of shears. They came loose, you know, they feel great in your hand. You can get quite a bit of cable in there. Love to have a good pair of shears so you can keep them around, so you can actually, you know, lop off a large amount of cables. The next set of pliers are this set here from Wiha. You just have to press this little red button here, and from there you can set it. I like this style of plier because you can set it and forget that it's there. Like, you don't have to adjust it. You don't have to move it all day. You don't have to worry about it slipping out on its own. And the grip on these is amazing. So the teeth actually only go one way. So you don't have, like, they grip so much better than a lot of the other like channel lock style of pliers. That and the button is just a game changer for your workflow. After you get used to this button, it makes it super easy. The handles are great. They came with this type of handle. Traditionally, I wouldn't use it in a channel lock, but I got it with a set, and I have to say they're super ergonomic, just like the other handles. The grip on these is amazing for gripping pipe, nuts, bolts, all of that stuff. The teeth on this are just phenomenal. And then the head is a lot thinner, so you're pressing down the same amount, but it's got less space, and so there's more force on that space. I think that's probably another reason. It also helps you get into tighter places. And then the finish on these is super nice. The black, it looks great. The red button. These are a great set of water pump pliers. All right, now I've got 2 dedicated screwdrivers. These are from Wiha. It's a great screwdriver. The finish is great. They have a lot of insulated drivers that are amazing. The yellow here is a hard plastic, and this red here is a softer, it's a rubber. It's got quite a bit of grip to it. I like the shape. It fits very nicely in my hand, and it's got 2 flat sides. So one fits your thumb and one fits your index finger, which is great. They fit screws super well. They're very well machined. Great set of screwdrivers. They're super common. You can get them everywhere. You can find them a lot of places online. I will leave a link to them and everything else in this bag in the description, so go ahead and go check that out. These are my wire strippers. These are the glow in the dark set from Klein. It's a cool little set. It's just a normal wire stripper like what you see from all the Klein, but it goes all the way from 10 stranded to 18 stranded. They have the different holes for cutting screws, stuff like that. It's just a super basic wire stripper. I do like the glow in the dark handle, mostly because it's just cool. Honestly, there's not a ton of usage behind it, but it's like, if you're gonna have the basic set of wire strippers, why not have them glow in the dark? Be a little bit different. They do work super well, just like everything from Klein. I really do like their stuff. Also from Klein, we have this 6-inch level. It comes with 0 and 90, and then it also has 45 and 30 degrees, which are 2 super important degrees. So for bending pipe, it also has a no dog on it so that you can attach it if you're doing machine bends with larger pipe, that type of stuff. And if you don't know what that's for, somebody will have to show you anyway, because bending pipe with a machine is very, very different. But yeah, the magnets are incredibly strong. Obviously, it's accurate. It is a 6-inch level though. The 9-inch levels tend to be a little bit too long. I really like this length, especially for running pipe, setting up boxes, anything like that you're doing constantly. Super easy, super compact. You can have it everywhere. It fits in your pouch, it fits in your bag, it fits everywhere you need it to fit. Great little level here from Klein. Also in this little doodad pocket here, I've got this voltage detector from Flir. It's a cool little deal. It does AC and DC voltage. It's been super reliable. It's probably been the most reliable out of any of the voltage detectors that I've found. It also has a little flashlight on it. It's just handy to have. Sometimes your light dies or whatever. You've always got this on you pretty much. So I do like this. It's by far my favorite voltage detector that I've used, and I trust it the most, but don't trust it too much. Next, we have this beater screwdriver from Wera. These are actually considered chisel drivers, this yellow and black handle. It's got the striking cap. It's got a little shank here for you to put your pliers on to get a little bit of extra torque. And the end of this, it's super strong. Like I said, this is an actual chisel driver. It's not just a beater screwdriver. It's meant to be beat on. It's meant to be hit. You're able to pry with it. It's actually rated for all of that stuff, and it is a great screwdriver to have. This is the smaller one. I have a larger one as well, but I don't keep it in this bag. This really does the trick for just about anything I need it to, and it doubles as a flathead. Next, I've got this Milwaukee fastback. That was so lame. I was really not putting anything into that. But yeah, this is their Hawkbill fastback. I like the Hawkbill knife, especially for stripping cables. It just comes in handy, and if I'm gonna have a knife, I really like for it to be a Hawkbill. Super useful, especially for what I do, and so I like this one. The clip on it, you guys, is great. It's one of the best parts about the fastback. Obviously, you guys have seen the action for it to open. You guys know what that's like, but this clip right here is money. It's a great thing to have. And this guy here is from Vessel. It's a super great screwdriver, and it's rechargeable, so you can press this button and it goes automatically. You can go forward, you can go in reverse, and it's got a little light on it. But also super cool is if you're not doing that, you can use it just as a manual screwdriver, which is something I really like. So you can actually torque stuff down. You don't have to like kill your hands by hand tightening everything to do little screws that just have a lot of threads on them for no reason. It just takes 1/4 inch bits with this little collet here, holds onto them nicely. And so that is one of the ways that I'm able to save a lot of space. I'll show you guys that Wiha, all those bits and those things that I have in that Wiha. But I really like to use this thing here from Vessel. It's a very unique design with the ball, but it fits in my hands nicely. I really like that function a lot. I want to get a set of their normal drivers quite a bit just to try them out. But this one right here, this is a special one, and it saves me a ton of time and a ton of space in my bag. Next over here, I have a 12-in-1. This is from ToughBuilt. I just got this, and I have to say, it's been great so far. It holds the bits really well, but it keeps, you know, a number 1, number 2 Phillips, number 1, number 2 square, 2 sizes of flatheads. And then it also has a T10 and a T15 Torx bit, which is cool. It also has different sizes of nut drivers, which is a big reason why I keep it. It's just that screwdriver that I can do just about anything with in one. So if I don't know and I'm going somewhere, I just put this in my pocket. Pretty simple, pretty easy. The handle is a little bit bigger for those of you who have small hands. For me, in my hands, you know, I have some larger hands. It fits well. It's a rubber. It's got quite a bit of grip to it. And it's also got this shank here in case you need to put some torque down on it. But yeah, I love that 12-in-1 from ToughBuilt. It's been a great screwdriver so far. I really like the feel of it. And lastly, we have this deal here from Megapro. It is their electronics screwdriver. And so I don't know if you guys have ever seen this stuff from Megapro. It's got a 1/4 inch bit holder up here with these special bits, but you just pull this deal out here and it's got double-sided bits. They've got a ball in there, and you can order these. You just have to, if you lose one, you just have to put in an order for a new one and they'll send it to you, which is super cool. Makes it so easy, and that way I don't use a ton of electronic stuff, but when I run into it, obviously I don't want to have to go get something. The great thing about these screwdrivers is that there's no play in this whatsoever. I'm pulling on it, like I have to actually pull in order to pull it out. And it fits well in this little thing back here. It rotates, it spins separately from the actual screwdriver, and so does this red piece up here, which is really nice for holding your screwdriver one way or the other. It's just nice to be able to have that. I like this from Megapro. It takes up a lot of the options, the things I don't want to carry something solely for, but that I need. All right, we've got all that put back in there. We'll go ahead, zip this side up, and take a look at the other side. Now we'll go ahead and take this tape off. I can always put it on the other side or slip it through one of these D-rings if I'm working out of this side. But the reason why I keep it on this side is because I don't use this side as often. So we'll go ahead and unzip it. The pockets are different in this side than the other side. They're a lot bigger. They're for your bigger compartments, your bigger stuff. As you can see, not as much in this side, but a lot larger stuff. And so we'll go ahead and get these out of the way here first. I've got these nut drivers from Milwaukee, and they are the spline style. So they've got they've got the like 12 corners instead. I've got 7/16, 1/2 inch, and 9/16 that I keep with me always. And they're all hollow shafted. They are all marked on the end here, but they come in a set. Pretty cool little deal here. Nice little set, not bad. Also from Milwaukee, I have this light here. It's rechargeable. It flips up. It's got 3 different modes, but it's a cool, nice little thing. It's got a magnet on the bottom here, which is pretty strong. and it's got a clip back here so you can clip it onto different stuff. I found it to be very useful. It uses the same battery as my headlamp too, which is nice. So I usually keep a spare battery around. I can charge it. I can charge my headlamp battery with this deal here, which is nice. But yeah, cool little light from Milwaukee. Does what it's supposed to do, which is light stuff up. Got these Electricians shears here from Knipex. This is the newer set. It's a rather large set, but I like it a lot. I can get my whole hand in here, which is it makes it a lot easier to be able to use all of my hand instead of just the 2 fingers. Super comfortable, super ergonomic. The cutting on these is phenomenal, but I really like the front as a pair of scissors to cut different string, stuff like that, paper, cardboard, whatever you want there. And then the inside is a shear, and it's great for stripping. It's great for all kinds of different stuff. Whatever you want it to do, it does. But yeah, they're angled too, which is nice. I've enjoyed these quite a bit so far. Got a set of Allen keys here from Wera. This is a metric set, which is what I run into with the machines that I use. So it's a pretty cool little set. It's got all their colors on it. It opens up. If you press this green thing up, it opens up, which is nice. It's the ball end on the longer end here. And then the end for more torque is a flat, regular Allen. It's got the numbers here so you know what size it is. They have a great fit to them. They're machined super well. On this side, I do keep my Milwaukee Impact, my M12. It is just, I can't fit a fat battery down there, but I can fit the skinny battery, and that is my baby. I love to have this with me everywhere I go. And I've got all my accessories in this Wiha bit case here, little bit bag. And then from there, I've also got this Fluke T6 600. It's a nice little multimeter. It's got the magnet on the back so you can strap it to whatever you need to. And then obviously the leads stay in the back here, super compact. And then the caps to the ends actually go on this little doodad here, so you don't lose them. Obviously you need them for sometimes when you are going to go in something live. You always want to be careful. Another cool thing about this is you can actually push this out and put it in the back here, and it holds it, and that way you don't have to have the lead in your hand and look at the multimeter and to do all the other stuff. But yeah, it just can go in there, and then from there it's also got a grounding contact on the bottom here, so if you keep your finger on there, so you can actually put the black on when it's in there, it puts it and it's touching that black, so it actually counts as your ground. Obviously you guys know when you are testing, there's got to be a difference. It's testing the difference in the electricity, and so one's got to be preferably on ground or a neutral, which is the same thing for those purposes. But yeah, so it's a cool little meter. It doesn't do DC voltage, which that's a downside, but I like the functionality of this meter a lot, and I don't test DC very often. So cool little meter there. So we'll put all this stuff back. But yeah, that is my setup for this Veto Pro Pac MC. I really like this bag a lot. I like the size. I like the ability to just put as much as I want to in there, but not too much. Because if I have too much room, I'll fill whatever it is up, and I'll carry too many tools into a job site, and then I'll be miserable for having so much on my back. If you guys want to see what's in this bag, I did do another video for another loadout, and I went through it. So if you guys want to see that, go ahead, head up to this video. Or if you want to know more about that vessel screwdriver that I showed you guys, head up to this video right here. Go ahead, go check it out. Remember, it's all for His glory, and I'll see you guys on the next one.